I'm joined by veteran filmmaker Admire Maramba. Now, before we took that quick break, you were about to tell us about how your journey started in 2005, of course, with a short film, Under the Roof. May you share with us your experience?
Yeah, so what happened was the country had only one television series, Studio 263. So it looked like a monopoly. So I felt like we needed to bring in something to compete with Studio 263. So I wrote Easted Blues. But before I started working on Easted Blues, what I did was I gathered a team. Because the team was not experienced, we had to start working on something. That's why we created the short film Under the Roof, to just sample and get the whole crew to be cognizant with what was going to happen. So, yeah, it's been a tough journey. When it started, no part of my crew, majority of them had no experience in the industry. So I had to individually train them one by one until we had a team to reckon with and produce a series that went on to win awards several years and even produced actors and actresses that won some awards. So yeah, since then we soldiered on until the economy went down in 2009. We stopped briefly, a sabbatical of something like 10 years. And then in 2019, we bounced back until today.
Right. Of course, that would be testament to great mentorship there, having taken through those particular actors and walked that particular path with them. Now, let's talk about what inspired you to get into film.
What inspired me is I was actually studying computer science at the National University of Science and Technology. And we used to watch films like on a daily basis. I developed an interest as I was watching films. I actually wanted to be an actor. My colleagues started calling me Denzel after, obviously, the famous actor Denzel Washington, which also inspired my first son to be called Denzel.
Wow.
So that's how it started. So I had a friend of mine, a Japanese guy whose brother is a film director in Hollywood. So after one holiday, the new semester, he brought me a whole pack, an 8-pack DVD, which featured the making of Lord of the Rings. So when I was watching that, my interest changed from the front of the camera to behind the scenes. That's what made me become a filmmaker behind the scenes, inspired me to write films, to produce. I actually do a lot of things. I write, I produce, I direct, I edit, and I act.
Right. As they say, nothing takes the place of exposure. And it was that inspiration that you got there that created the men that we are in conversation with, of course, this morning.
Yes.
Now, I want you to talk about the State Blues and, you know, the feats that you performed with that particular production there. How did it make you feel as an individual who took up that initiative?
Easted Blues on its own really inspires me, despite the fact that I am the creator of the series. What happened was when we came into the picture, we came in with a no-nonsense approach. We wanted to give Zimbabweans maximum entertainment, maximum value for their money. I remember the commissioners at ZBC, when they watched the first pilot that we submitted to them, they were so excited. They thought this film was made in Zambia. I remember those days we had the famous series from Zambia, Kabanana, which everybody loved so much. And Easted Blues came in with a similar style, and everybody, they thought it wasn't a Zimbabwean production. Because then we didn't even use any vernacular language. It was English throughout. So it came with that, and people received it very well. And before you know it, we started scooping awards. Before that, it was either Studio 263 or Makorokoza getting the awards. But when we came into the picture, it was Easted Blues. I remember it was 2 years in a row we got the NAMA awards and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Then the journey continued into the Depraved, the movie, The Fate, Heartless, and Outrage. Can you walk us through that journey there?
Yeah, Depraved is it's a movie which I wrote and I played the lead actor. I had to engage a veteran, Stephen Chikorimbo, to direct that film. I then moved into South Africa, where my first production was a film called The Fate. My journey there was very inspiring because when I entered South Africa and I gathered people, I wanted to do a film, I got support from various filmmakers. You'll be surprised to note that the Fate had 7 film directors who were acting in it. And here is me, this director, a young guy coming from Zimbabwe, a country where people thought Zimbabweans know nothing.
Right.
But yeah, I worked with 7 directors, directing them, a lovely crew. That was the Fate. I then produced one hit film called Heartless. This film was inspired when I was watching a certain story that was happening in I think it's in Sierra Leone. That's when I wrote Heartless. And Heartless was played on Muzansi Magic. Apparently, the viewers demanded a replay of the film. So by public demand, they had to play it every day for 3 months.
Wow.
That was Heartless, yeah,
wow.
The film on thing. I worked on various, I think 3 Nigerian movies where I played, in 2 of them I played a lead actor. This is a Nigerian film. But you note that most of them are filmed in Pretoria and Johannesburg. So,
interesting.
Yes, they got hold of me there and they cast me on one of the films. I think, what was that one called? I don't remember the titles because it's so many productions I've worked on.
Of course.
Angel in Disguise.
Right.
Yes, Angel in Disguise. I actually played the lead actor on that Nigerian film.
Were you the angel?
My fiance was the angel. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you've also had a run in as far as music videos are concerned, even scooping awards in that particular expedition. May you speak to that?
Yes. I've produced quite a lot of music videos, both in Zimbabwe and in South Africa. In South Africa, I produced veteran musicians from Nigeria. This guy called Reminisce. I worked on one of his videos. I was also part of the crew on one of Davido's music videos. In Zim, Flame B's video called Teremuka, which won the best video of the year. That was my work. We have Abatwa Jehovah, Andikusiei. That was also my work, and
wow.
It also scooped. Yes, that one. I did that video. It also scooped the Video of the Year award. I've done lots of them for the youngsters, hip hop, Zim dancehall.
Now, Admire, we are running out of time.
Yeah.
In just 1 minute, can you tell us about what it is that you are working on now?
Easter Blues is still continuing. I've got a new series called Mumba Mababa, which tackles on matters that affect church and society. A lot of things happening in church. Then I've got another one called Mambokas. This one is epic, and it's a big budget film, but it's a series, and like the title entails, Mambokas, it features a woman who rules, and she rules family, and many men are going to be disappointed by her style of ruling, but it is what it is.
When will this be ready, and when can it be accessed in 20 seconds?
Mumba Mababa will be available before end of this year, and any television station that wants these films will take them.
Admire Maramba, a veteran filmmaker who, of course, joined us this morning on Morning Rush.